we'll be able to play it post board wipe.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
We also get something back. We've got a lot of snow mana. What do we have? Another Sorin. We used our Sorin. We can get this one back. Oh, I was just about to do it too. It's like, yeah, let's do it. I want to get through. Hey everybody, what's up? What's going on? My name's Kyle. Thank you for stopping by to check out my video on my channel, Arena Hacks. Before I get to what we're looking at today for the deck that I'm playing, I just want to mention that I won't be doing a video this Sunday because it is both for Canada and US will be our nation's birthdays. 4th of July is on Monday. 1st of July for me, because I'm Canadian, is Friday. So pretty cool. We both have our long weekends on the same weekend this year, which I'm sure does happen not too infrequently. But yeah, I'm going to be away doing all kinds of fun stuff this weekend. So yeah, I definitely won't be having time to put together a video from now till then. But yeah, this is what I've been working on lately, this mono black. So I'll be getting to this and showing you this today, and then I'll be right back to it next week. Should hopefully have a Thursday video next week. We'll see. We'll see when I get back and how things work out. But I would think that should be fine. And as for today, though, mono black silk, as I've called it. Something a little heavy on the mana cost. Lots of higher mana cost cards, but Dream Devourer is something that I never really played with all that much since it came out and was printed in Kaldheim. So when I was building this mono black deck, I'm like, let's put it together. And this is why we have a lot of heavier mana cost stuff. Invoke Despair would be in here anyways. The Dream Devourer, when he foretells, makes him 2 less. This is only able to go down by 1 because that's 2 colorless. So when we foretell it, so yeah, it's like, it doesn't really do a whole lot for Invoke Despair, but it does allow us to cost a Lolth for free when we foretell it, a Junji for 3 when we foretell it, Blood on the Snow for 4, which is really sick, because if we have 4 snow mana, we can use that 4 to get a Sorin out of our graveyard. So it's like we're casting a cheap Blood on the Snow, and yet we still are able to get an awesome Planeswalker from the graveyard back. So that's a really nice combo to go there to foretell that with Dream Devourer. And that does help us to cast our spells early. I never really, like I mentioned, I never really played with Dream Devourer too much earlier. I remember the few times that I did try playing with it when it was new, he just died too often, and I really didn't get to foretell with him very much. People just killed him right away. So we'll see how he turns out this time. And yeah, we just got some awesome Planeswalker. Sorin, as I mentioned, them 4 mana cost. Makes him really good for getting back with a foretold Blood on the Snow. If Blood on the Snow is foretold, we can't get it. We can't get Lolth or anything else back. Lolth or Junji back because they're 5 mana, so we need to spend 5 snow mana on the Blood on the Snow. But Lolth is just another thing that's great to make cheaper with the Dream Devourer. Also just a great mono black card along with Junji. Junji is a great sacrifice target, great chump blocker. A 5/5 Flying Menace is also a great attacker. Like, he's got those awesome abilities when he dies. That's what that's why he's a good sacrifice and chump blocker too if you need to. Like, not that you're really chumping much with a 5/5. You're usually hoping to take down whatever you're blocking with at least, but then that death trigger gets you so much more value, and then we bring him back with Blood on the Snow. All kinds of fun shenanigans that way. So in the lower end, I'm trying to do cards, a few more cards anyways. I mean, we do have a lot of cards in here that will rotate out, but I'm trying to, like, so in the 1-drop, I'm just trying to, like, instead of Shambling Gas for sacrifice target, which is probably what I would put in here, or Eye Twitch, because it has flying, so it can block flying, so Eye Twitch would be a good one. Gives you access to that learn board. It's hard to say which would be better than the other, Shambling Gas or Eye Twitch. I went with Persistent Specimen because I wanted to play around with some sacrifice creatures that are going to survive rotation, and this is Crimson Vow, so it's going to survive rotation, and it's a pretty good one. I think the mono black deck that you get when you start Arena, and you get those default decks that you get. I think the mono black deck does have something called, I think it's called Sanitarium Skeleton. I think And maybe it's that one, maybe it's a different... It has a skeleton in it, and I'm pretty sure it comes back for 3 mana as well, but it goes to your hand, and then you still have to cast it for 1. The nice thing about Persistent Specimen is it goes directly back to the graveyard, and it's a 1 mana 1/1, or back to the graveyard, back to the battlefield, tapped, because, you know, that'd be way too busted if it was untapped. That'd be really awesome. But yeah, it just comes back to the battlefield, directly to the battlefield, and you can sack it again. Even if it is tapped, you can just sack it right away if you have the ability to do that. Or, you know, you just do it on your opponent's end step. If you have 3 mana left, do it before you take your turn. It comes back tapped, you take your turn and immediately untaps, and there you go. You got your chump blocker for your opponent's next turn. Dockside Chef is meant as more kind of sacrifice targets, but it's also got that ability to make them a good sacrifice enabler, or what do you call them? Sacrifice thing that we use that we sacrifice stuff and get value for card draw and stuff like that. Anyways, yes, Dockside Chef. Yeah, so he serves both those purposes. I love using Dockside Chef in that manner as a sacrifice target and a sacrifice outlet. I think that's what they're called. Yes, sacrifice outlet. Simply, you know, you get the 1 mana, the 1 drop. It's the 2 toughness does make him a good chump blocker, especially earlier game. If your opponent's playing something for 1, often that it's going to have power higher than 1. So our Dockside Chef will be able to block it and survive, unless it's like an Usher of the Fallen or some other card that kind of fits that category, 1 mana and more than 1 power. Also Bloodchief's Thirst, just for some cheap removal. This could probably be all replaced. Try to find some good 2 mana removal, something that instant speed, hopefully gets planeswalkers as well. I wouldn't know what to do actually for black spell. I put this in just because I just love Bloodchief's Thirst. It is so good, but you know, it's sorcery speed, and the big problem with that is all of our removal is sorcery speed. Really does kind of suck. We do have instant speed stuff with Deadly Dispute and using our Dockside Chef's ability, but yeah, every bit of our removal, making them sacrifice stuff, board wipes, you know, Bloodchief, it's all sorcery speed. So that's not too great, but it still works out. We are able to kill a lot of their stuff, you know, with Invoke Despair, Blood on the Snow, Bloodchief's Thirst, just blood, blood, blood. Here we go. Blood, blood, despair. Blood, blood, and despair. Anyways, I think that's pretty much most of the deck. You know, we got a whole bunch of snowlands here. For most of our mana base. 3 Hive of the Eye Tyrants, 2 Takenuma, Abandoned Mire, another way to get stuff out of our graveyard back into our hands so we can cast it again. Works on planeswalkers and creatures. And then 2 Field of Ruin, because I don't have much diversity for like just utility lands and having lands that do other things. So I threw 2, and I don't like going more than 2 because it usually does interfere with my colored costs. You'd think it'd be okay in a monocolored deck, but I find 2 can still sometimes be annoying. So 2 Field of Ruin to help deal with our opponent's creature lands and non-basics and all that stuff, whatever. We can even use it if we just need to tutor up a snowland so that we have something to enable our Blood on the Snow to get something awesome back. Maybe we don't have 4 snow lands and we need another one, we get Sorin. Something like that. Whatever. But anyways, that is the whole deck there. So I think I'm just going to jump into the gameplay now. But before I do, make sure you hit that thumbs up down below the video. Also subscribe to my channel. And after you're done watching this whole video, make sure you leave a comment. I'll hopefully remember to remind you to do the same thing at the end of the video, so you remember to do that. So let's get to those games. We keep... Oh, I have Bloodchief's Thirst in here. Oh, Scooter. Yeah, I just did a warm-up game, and wasn't recording. Thank God, it was awful. The game was so bad. Yeah, this is looking better already. That's why I'm like, Bloodchief's Thirst. Those would have been nice. I have those in here? Wow. Look at me go. Do we want to just shoot that right now with the Thirst? Smack for 1. Yeah, I say we do it so we don't They don't even get a single treasure. I should have just attacked with the skeleton first, just to see if they would have blocked. Highly, highly unlikely they would have. And then we could have thirsted in our second main phase. It's been a while since I've actually done like a razor shave. I usually just buzz it, and it feels weird. My face is so smooth. Well, this sucks. It's not that bad, actually. Like, we got good cards. We got mana coming. We're gonna have a treasure here. So we're not far from, like, our most expensive stuff. Junji being among them. So I guess we just hold skeleton for blocks. They're probably gonna wanna attack to create a treasure. Or just, you know, because they're putting counters on it as well. So this is bad. This is really bad. We need more removal to deal with all of their stuff. Board wipe would also be kind of nice, but we also need the mana to cast it, which we currently do not have. This should hopefully help a bit. There's a land and a treasure. We go Junji and block and kill the next thingy, or see Sorin, we get a chump blocker and then they just kill Sorin anyways. I think we just go Junji. We get some value when he dies. We'd be using that treasure right away. Did we play a land this turn? We did. Yeah, we did play a land. Yeah, I guess we go Junji then. So is this like a Bard class deck maybe? See lots of legendaries, red and green. That's just swell. It doesn't... Oh, it does have haste when you do that. Perfect. Magnificent. Amazing they would get that. Just amazing. This is kind of basically how my last game went, that warm-up game. It just, yeah, oh. Good for them. Just, you know, have it all. Wow. Not like we could draw blood on the snow or anything. Blood on the snow, blood on the snow. That's not a blood on the snow. We're one away from being able to cast it anyways. So unfortunately, Chariot is huge, and that's not going to change anytime soon. Doesn't have trample, which is not bad. I'm thinking we maybe go Lolth for some spiders, get some blockers. They still have... They still have too many attackers, though. Sorin draw. We can draw 2 cards and do some damage with this Invoke Despair. Maybe that's the way we go. We get a couple. We get some card draw. So let's see what we hit. Two lands. We got to keep our blocker. We might have to just chump Chariot. It's going to be so much damage. They can just attack with everything. This is ridiculous. Another game just handed to the opponent. Here you go. Is there anything from their graveyard we want? I don't think it'd be really that useful. We need a lot more of our removal. We can't kill Chariot, it's just too big. I say we either go this way and just get a Targnar or whatever, Magda or just whatever for a chump blocker. I guess that's all we do right now. Oh, yeah, right. Well, we still get to get a Magda or something. I guess that's something, right? At least it's a chump blocker, I guess. Hey, there we go. So, Junji in our graveyard. Unfortunately, we only have 4 snowlands. 5th one's coming, and that 5th one will get our Junji back. Could also get Lolth back. We kind of need to do it right now, though, unfortunately. Simply because they just have too much stuff. And we need to get rid of it all. Damn, that sucks. Is there anything else we can do? 2 spiders, so that's 3 blockers. 1, 2, 3. That's bad. 2 left. That still is only going to get us 2 additional blockers. Damn it. Yeah, we have to blood on the snow. Now. That sucks. Which gets us back skeleton. Ugh. We could not survive another turn though. And we probably still won't. Holy crap. Don't worry, here's just all the right away enough to crew Chariot. With 4 mana, just mythic rare. No, big deal. Just everything you could possibly ever dream of. Here you go. Don't work for it. Just everything will be given to you. That's still not going to be enough. They give us 2 blockers. Maybe it'll be enough. And then play a Dream Devourer for another blocker, maybe, I guess. Oh my god, hopefully it's gonna be enough. Unlikely, but we'll see.
On my signal, the hunt begins.
No problem, just another one.
Two's company, three's a pack.
Well, they can tap other stuff now, so they got the 3 wolves to the 3 2/2s to attack with. That could just be enough. I'm not sure. And no, only 2 gets through.
We will slay. I will get what I want.
Damn it. We need another blood on the snow. That's literally... This game has just been way too set up and perfect for them. There's just way too much crap out there. That's pathetic. Yeah. We get a treasure out of it, so... See if we hit it this way.
My will cannot be denied.
Damn it. Another draw with Lolth. And if we don't hit it, that's just, we're done. Just keep thinking blood on the snow.
Always reward the loyal.
No. Let's count the mana, see if we can maybe draw. But once we play Deadly Dispute, we won't have enough. If we even do get a blood on the snow. Wow. I mean, we kind of have to keep. It's kind of crazy how we don't have enough black mana in a mono black deck in our opening hand. That's kind of sad. I really don't want to be pessimistic, but it's like, oh my god, like that almost seems like an omen. Like, oh god, what's going to happen this game now? Ay, ay, ay. So, no attacks. I like how they color it red, because that's not normally red in color, but they color it red because so you know what mana they have. Okay, so we're getting more black sources. This is nice. I'm liking this. We're okay. Which one of these we want to foretell? More value out of foretelling this. Be able to cast this next turn, which could be fun. I like that idea. Actually, first, let's attack with Dream Devourer. See what they do. No attacks, that's fine. Sneak our damage in. Keep up a little chump blocker there. Maybe we don't need to block. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. We will block the 1/1. And that way they don't have it to sacrifice to our Invoke Despair. I think we gotta play black though. No, we don't. We don't have the 4 black. Oh, shit, I forgot about that. Stupid, that double, whatchamacallit coming back to bite us again.
Violence is necessary to set things right.
Yeah, let's get a little lifelink flyer here.
I bring my own army.
What do we need? One more black. Right, of course they do. No problem. Again, just another one. Like, didn't I say I wasn't really thinking bad thoughts or anything? I just said it at the beginning, just said it once. Oh, bad omen. Like, why do we even block that? What's the point? Yeah. Like, come on, game. And we will never see a blood on the snow, 100%. Maybe when it's, like, magnificently too late. Like, monumentally too late. And they have a token now to sacrifice, so this is all just worthless. Well, okay, we did get a blood on the snow. That's not bad. We don't have enough mana to foretell it or anything. What are we at? 5. Next turn we will have 6, so we don't actually need to foretell it. So we definitely got a block to mitigate damage here. Not that one. Block the most damage. Who do we want to get back? Who do we have? We got a Sorin. We can get a Sorin back. And we just picked up a Snowland so that we can actually get Sorin back. So, yep. Get rid of them. Grab a U. Do we draw? No, I don't really want to lose life. Let's get a life linker. We have another Sorin coming, so if they do have a way to do 2 damage to him or something like that. Nice, yes. Okay, let's set that aside and maybe we'll need it later. What else have we got there? Alright, sure. Already played a land, but that's okay. How much does that cost? That costs 2. Yeah. Let's end. Let's see which way they go here. If they really go crazy after Sorin, or if they go keep going to fast. So they go for Sorin. Interesting. We do have another Blood on the Snow. Oh, I see.
You started this fight, but I'm going to. We've got the edge in this fight.
Let's do that. Nobody gains life. Bring that guy back.
Without me, we're all doomed.
Basically trying to... That is awesome. Basically trying to hold off as long as I can without playing the Blood in the Snow. Try to really run them out of resources and make them just really come at me. We do have 8 mana, so we can do Sorin and a kicked Bloodchief. So we have no mana. No mana for Dockside Chef ability, though, if we do that. I still think we do it. Get a chump blocker, another life linker. We could use some life gain right now. So first things first, you need to get out of here. Bring another Sorin back. Bringing Sorin back. All right. God damn it. We do have enough mana? No, we don't. What is it? 8. We do have enough mana. We absolutely have enough mana to cast that Blood on the Snow still. So now it's sitting in exile, all protected for us. So I definitely say we keep Sorin alive here. Because we're just going to board white creatures. And that's going to take everything except 1, I think. Yeah. So... see what we got coming up here. Lose a life for that? Sure, why not? We'll be able to play it post-board wipe.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
We also get something back. We've got a lot of snow mana. What do we have? Another Sorin. We used our Sorin. We can get this one back. Aw, I was just about to do it too. It's like, yeah, let's do it. I want to get... I can't believe I pulled that off. Wow. Wow. What was I? Was I at 5 life at some point this game? I think. No, that was last game, and I lost that. So Sorin was at 3. Would have grabbed another Sorin, would have had 4. We would have had a little 2/3 flyer. We would have played this out with our last mana. Yeah, and they had no card. They were top decking. I'm good to go with it. I like the Bloodchief's Thirst as an option if there was if we were up against aggro or something, or just anybody dropped a 1 threw a 1 drop down. All right, I know we got a lot of this expensive stuff. What is it? 5 of these 2 together plus another 4 of these. So that's 3 out of what, 9? Of these 5 drop. Okay, well there's these as well. Well, we have nothing to Bloodchief's Thirst, so we kind of have to play this to just do something. Which they probably either counter it or fry it with something. Or do we just sit and do nothing? Would they have had card draw, or would they have sit and not done nothing? But it's also kind of not what we want to do with a deck like this either. When we're up against these kind of beats, these guys. Okay, sweet. This kind of deck, I mean, which I thought was Is It, which is clearly not just Is It. Is it? Not quite. Well, yeah, let's get rid of that. No treasures. Hopefully we keep drawing mana. Or we get something cheaper to sacrifice to this, and then from this we draw mana. A nice little skeleton. Persistent Specimen would be nice. Not sure if and or what they want to discard. And or how much of it. Nothing. Okay. Mana or 1 drop. Mana, 1 drop. Okay. Well, we don't really have anything to do with mana right now, so that's maybe not the best thing to hope for. Anything less than 4 mana. With converted mana cost less than 4 mana. It can even be another land this time. Because now we actually have stuff we can do. Yikes. Still yikes. Alright, well, throw a Junji down, or at least try to. For 1 mana? Come on. There's some weird newer one. I don't know if it's... Is it from New Capenna? There's like a 1 mana... I don't know how it works. There's only certain kind of spells that can counter. I can't remember what ones they are. Hopefully not creature spells. Oh, right. Their stuff costs 1 less. Right, I forgot about that. Well, here we are. Up against a 3rd opponent, 4th opponent for me, actually. In a row. With absolute flawless perfection. Barely managed to pull off a win last game. That was kind of nice. And there's no way we're going to cast anything, because 100% guaranteed they just have infinite counter spells. Wow, unbelievable. Literally, I just can't do anything. They just have... That's the game, though. That's the game shuffling, because I have plenty of cheaper spells I could have been playing all early game, and it held out on everything. I had one, which they had the just right away, immediate answer, no problem. Have to try. They just have another one, don't they? We actually finally get to do something. They just play another one, don't they? This is pathetic. 100% guaranteed they have more board wipes. Not board wipes, counter spells. I am casting a board wipe. I don't know why they didn't counter my last... oh yeah, because they had another... No? Okay. Big question now. Lolth? Junji. Let's go Lolth. I think there's more value in Lolth. For now we get some spiders, just to get some creatures on the field. They have burn, okay, well. We do have Invoke Despair, hopefully. Even if they do have another Hinata though, we can still cast Despair. Nice. So do the spiders get damage in, or do they have like a bounce spell? They were being so annoying with those counter spells. They might still have more. They did draw another card. There's always stick. There's always more burn spells it could be. What do we got? Yes! Nice! That's what I was thinking too. Alright. Guess we just end right now. We have nothing, can't play another land, so... And we're locked and loaded with Invoke Despair, so unless they just get another flow of counter spells, I don't see why they wouldn't have cast that last turn, so they must have just drawn that this turn, which means they still don't have counter spells. Do we Deadly Dispute now, or just keep Invoking Despair? No, let's keep the spiders for damage. Yeah, Invoke Despair, they lose their guy, they lose their enchantment. And we get 4 damage with the spiders. And we still have Deadly Dispute ready to go. Oh, they do? Did they have another counter this whole time? And they just never used it before? Well, you got another one. We won't have Deadly Dispute on hold. There we go. Get some damage in. I should have checked for creature lands first. No creature lands. We're only at 6 health, right? So it's like, yeah, they have some, like, they had that... Oh, Hall of the Storm Giants. It's like, oh, man. That would be enough to kill us in a single swing. Couldn't help but get salty at all those counters. Damn it, everything. And then the slow start too. This is the game with the slow, yeah. None of our 1-drops, and we did find this Deadly Dispute later. That would have been useful. No, we had it all game, right? We couldn't use it because our Dream Devourer. Man, I cannot remember the names of everything right now. So what do? We go in with... Or no, we just Invoke Despair. It's not game because they have the enchantment to sacrifice. They had nothing. Unless they have yet another counter spell, I'd be so mad. Yes, another Invoke. Oh my god, that's definitely game next round. So that's it. We can activate our Hive, but it'll come in tap, so there's no point. I think we got this. Do we just try activating Hive and going in that way? I think we do. See if they have an answer for that. And we still have mana for an Invoke after that. Did I hit an island? I just randomly hit a card. Yeah, they didn't have it. Sweet. We got it! Whew! Another nail biter. All those damn counter spells. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Those were the games. Only had enough time for 3, so out of the 3, small sample size, I know. I thought it went relatively well. Yeah, managed to win, even though opponents just had it all. The last opponent, I know it seemed like that in the beginning, and then they just kind of faded off a little bit in the end, even though there was always priority being held there. But yeah, they did manage to run out there. So, whereas like the other ones, damn, they just like frig, just non-stop, just oh my god, all the perfection they could want. I don't know how I can't even remember how I won that second game. I know I pulled it off though. And that's good news for this deck. I think in the play queue when I was testing it out, I think there's a total of 4 games, and it was 100% win rate in the play queue. So yeah, the deck is actually pretty cool, pretty fun. In the play queue, I did get to use the Dream Devourer a little bit more. I think you got to see me Invoke Despair. I got to foretell, you know, the one card that's really not that great in here. Well, all the 1-drops are no good either. And 2-drops, I guess, aren't that great for foretelling as well. But yeah, the Invoke Despair, the one expensive card, high mana card that's not that great to foretell is the one that you saw me get to do. But yeah, same problem as before. You know, when players know the value that we can get from Dream Devourer, they're pretty diligent in just sizzling that thing, frying it, countering it, just whatever it takes to make sure we don't get value out of them. You know, the players that recognize them and respect them, they definitely deny us that most of the time. Yeah, so you almost need to wait till your 4th turn so you can just play him, and if he doesn't get countered, then just foretell something right away. Or if they go to fry him, then you can foretell at instant speed as long as it's your turn. So it's like you can respond to them killing him with foretelling something, so you get to cast it cheaper next turn when you untap, all that stuff. Yeah, like I said, same problem with it. Other than that, just powerful deck. Yeah, a little sluggish, because if we don't get to foretell with our Dream Devourer and our cards are so expensive, we end up drawing. We need to be lucky enough to draw at least, you know, a Dream Devourer, at least 2 of our 1-drops, hopefully diverse 1-drops, 1 Bloodchiefs, 1 or 2 Deadly Disputes, amongst a few lands and the expensive spells. But, you know, sometimes we'll just get 1 of these cards down here, and then we're just getting all of these. And, you know, that can happen with the deck, and I guess that would be a weakness. But, you know, that did cause some of the struggles, some of the struggles in the early game. Of some of the games you just saw. But yeah, I did manage to win. Still pulled through in them. And I think the main contribution to that is once the deck does get going, and once we do start finding the cheaper spells or getting enough mana to get those spells going, it is a little difficult depending on who we're up against and exactly how aggressive they've been and exactly how lucky we've been on drawing our low end here. And, you know, whether or not we can survive long enough to start doing that. But once we start getting those higher mana cost spells going, the deck just kind of gets rolling, gets going. We finally start finding Blood on the Snows or something like that, board wiping them, bringing stuff back. Oh yeah, and it's just so relentless, and we grind our opponents out, and we are victorious. So I think that's it for today. I hope you all have a great weekend. I will see you next week. So I'm going to be celebrating Canada Day this weekend, and all my American friends are going to be celebrating 4th of July this weekend. So to all of you out there, happy 4th of July. And yeah, see you all in the next video. Cheers.